Hey everyone, it's Casey Janisic again from Ohio Guidestone, coming to you with week 2 of our tip series to help everyone navigate all of the changes going on right now. This week we're going to be talking about helping your child with online schoolwork. We know this has been a very challenging and very different change, so we are hoping that some of these tips can help you guys kind of navigate that. So our first tip is to limit the use of electronics during learning time. No cell phones, no tablets, no TV. Obviously, these are big distractions for kids, and try to save them until they're completed. Their work is all completed. It's kind of a reward. Make sure your kids are on websites that they need to be on for school and not on YouTube or playing games on their computer. Make sure they focus as much as possible. Second, create a designated space for learning. Try to avoid allowing your students to do their homework in their bedrooms or in a playroom. Obviously, these rooms are supposed to be relaxing and fun, and when we add doing schoolwork into them, it kind of makes kids more frustrated and overwhelmed. So try to avoid these areas. Also try to use a space that doesn't have a lot of distractions, not a lot of foot traffic. You can be creative with where you set up their school space, but we want them to have a place where they know this is where I keep my schoolwork. This is kind of, my classroom for the next few weeks. Our third tip is creating a schedule for the day and for the week. If the teachers are sending out assignments on Monday to be completed all week, sit down with your student and kind of go through the list and see maybe if some of the assignments might be more challenging or if some might take longer to complete, and then plan accordingly for that so that they don't become too overwhelmed with all the assignments. Break down multiple step assignments into smaller tasks. So maybe on Monday they do part 1 and then Tuesday they do part 2 and 3, just to help them feel accomplished and not be so overwhelmed with those big assignments. And parents, if you guys are also trying to navigate working from home and your students are old enough, you can kind of plan like a work day with them. So maybe you have certain like office hours where they can come ask you questions or you check in with them. Maybe you can schedule your lunch break together, things like that to help you stay on schedule and on track with your own work as well. Next, obviously, we want to monitor your students' progress, check in frequently, ask if they have any questions, if they need guidance on anything, maybe they need a quick break, just, making sure that you are on top of that. Touch base with the teachers periodically. Make sure you and your child understand the expectations for the assignments and, what they really need to be focusing on. Next, plan for some scheduled breaks. Set a timer, maybe from 11 to 12 they're doing their math homework, and then 12 to 12:30 is lunchtime. 12:30 to 1:30 maybe they're doing reading, and then 1:30 to 1:45 maybe they get a 15-minute break just to relax their mind, get some physical activity, having a snack, taking a walk, doing some yoga. Anything just to get their brains a little relaxation can help them get back to focusing later. And there are some great resources out there. Some of the kids are familiar with GoNoodle, which is a website that they use at school for like movement activities. And then there's also Cosmic Kids Yoga on YouTube, which has some great little yoga things. So anything to get them moving, to get their brain relaxed and having fun will definitely help them get back to focusing when they're done. And then lastly, just be open about this whole process and this whole change. Praise your kids for the effort they've been putting in, for taking on this new challenge as best they can, and let them know you understand that this was not expected, this is not typical, and that you guys can navigate this together. And let them know that you have feelings about it too. Sometimes kids, feel better when they know that not everybody is happy with what's going on or able to handle it. So just knowing you guys can problem solve together is also helpful. And then last, make sure you schedule time for fun activities in the evenings, on the weekends. You need everybody needs to relax and to have fun and unwind, and it's important to keep that up while all of these difficult things are happening. So those are our tips for this week. If you have any questions, always you can email teachers, email your guidance counselors, principals. You can email me at Ohio Guidestone. My email is Kaci, Kaci, and then period, and then Janesic, Janezic at ohioguidestone.com. And that's also going to be on the flyer that goes along with this video. So if you see that link, please feel free to reach out with any questions. And I look forward to talking to you next week for our next tip. Bye.